with another Trader Confidential. So today we had two pro shows. Obviously, we had the Legion Pro and we had the Tsunami Pro in France. We were talking about last week. Samson Dauda is doing Tsunami Pro this weekend. There's some people said maybe he shouldn't have done that show. Some people said maybe he should have. It was a good move. We're really not going to know until the Olympia, but we are going to go over the
Right.
results of the show. And
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Sampson won the show. I don't think there was any doubt in anybody's mind that he wasn't going to win this show.
At 2 weeks out from the Olympia, he should win that show.
Yeah.
He
So,
better win that show.
but I want to go over his physique. I just got a few pictures from Instagram, but it's classic Samson. He wasn't 100%. It's always his thing is he needs a little bit more conditioning, but he's got 2 weeks. And so, I think the benefit of this for him, and I talked about this last week, is this is just to get dialed in. I mean, he's gonna find out what the from the judges and people that watched him, what he needs to work on before the Olympia so that he can fix his deals. I mean, he was top three last year, so he wants to break that top three. He wants to win the Olympia, and he's got some tough competition. So I think this is a good move for Sampson. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the video or the pictures right now. So there's Presty there. Presty won. Obviously, he got second. Uh, Presty in second, Sampson in first. When you see Sampson up with in the lineup, though, it's just like, the guy is so massive. There was nobody that was going to touch Sampson. I mean, he's just that good. You're just nobody's going to touch him up on that stage anyway. So, but he's going to be going up against Derek Lunsford. He's going to be going up against Hot. He's going to be going up against Nick Walker. Andrew Jacked. He's going to be going up against him. And you got Andrew Jack, he's about the same height and, a similar build, going up against two shorter guys that are similar builds. So it's going to come down to conditioning for the big guys. That's what's going to come down to. I mean, and when it's all said
It's
and done.
I'm looking at how Presti he's even acquiescing to the decision. He's not even trying to contest the decision. He's like,
No,
yeah, you want. So he's got to be looking that impressive, in the moment. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah. He was pretty impressive looking. I'm going to go to his page right now. So here's his so he's got 2 more weeks to lose a couple more pounds. I think a couple more pounds would be perfect. He's gonna have to suffer. That's what it requires right now is just flat out suffering of 2 weeks of suffering. That's what he needs to do. And I
Yeah.
could totally see him winning the Olympia if he comes in, if he just sheds a couple more pounds. What do you think?
Yeah, I see. I mean, you got to starve the elephant.
Yeah, yeah. Is him backstage. Not the best lighting in that.
No, it's not. And you have to take all that stuff into consideration and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You have to take that stuff into consideration.
Yeah, he's on point, man. He is on point. He's just gonna have to suffer this next couple weeks. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if he wins the Olympia. It
Mhm.
wouldn't surprise me. So, but I mean, there's there's no indefinite first place winner right now. I mean, I know I said before Hottie, I see Hottie winning. Well, Hottie's the only one that, and Derek's consistent. Nick Walker's consistent. So let's take those three. They are
I want,
very consistent.
I just I want to see how um Sampson fills out how full his physique's going to look
Well,
as opposed to how
and that's the
full
thing with him. I think if
he's
if he can shed a couple more pounds and fill out properly, I mean, I just don't see I don't see anybody touching him. Really, I don't. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think this is a good move on him myself.
yeah,
Let me see if
hit that peak number because just yeah, I mean you definitely want to nail your lean out phase. You want to maximize that, but being as lean as heck isn't good enough nowadays. You got to get that other stuff fair square, that dry out and that fill out phase too, and
yes.
that's I think that's what they're trying to work on.
Yeah. Nowadays it doesn't seem like, it seems like that most of the top the elite can nail the lean out. It's the filling out and the drying out is what.
Right, and hit it just right.
But man, that's a good shot. That's a good shot. 2 weeks from the Olympia. So yeah, too bad for Presty, but Presty, he's done a lot of shows this year.
All right,
He's been getting better and better. I don't think he's worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I know I'm going to see him. I'll see him up on the Olympia stage next year. I was hoping that I'd see him this year, which, I mean, if it was going off of points, he'd be at the Olympia because how many
yeah,
first or how many seconds and thirds has he got this year? He's got a
yeah,
ton of them.
yeah.
He's been top three pretty much every
And
show.
you
So
got to win shows nowadays.
you got to win shows nowadays. So that's just how it is. That's a great shot.
Like I said, I'm gonna take a wait and see. Let's see if he decides to continue to lean out some more. You know,
Yeah.
me personally, it looks like he's already there.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Legion Pro. Again, this is qualification for next year. Brett Wilkin won the Legion Pro. Which he came in looking pretty damn good. So this is a good move on his part because he's got a whole year. I mean, he's got a year and some change to prepare for the next Olympia.
Yeah, he's already
So
qualified for it, right?
yeah, yeah. And he took
So
this
yeah,
whole
this
year
gives him
off. I believe this is
this gives him plenty of time.
yeah. So this is a good move on his part. Real good move. And he's made a lot of improvements too. That's a great shot there. I want to go show a couple other pictures. Let's see. Got the same one there. Oh, it's the same one.
Hmm.
There's one I was looking at in his motel room. That's what I'm trying to get to next. He's put on a lot of mass this year, but he is shredded. So one thing I noticed about his back lat spread, it's not going to show it in this clip, I don't think. He's not flaring out his lats enough. And I know he can because I know he's not lacking in that department. But there was a few poses that I seen him do that
Hmm.
He needs to approach, but he has a year. He has a year to improve. So, but I mean, he looks huge there.
Good structure.
Yeah.
His side tricep shot is really, 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 really good.
Oh yeah, this is his motel shots. Yeah. So that's for he must have just got his tan just then. He's dry. He's so look at that
Yeah.
detail. His glutes, his lower back. I mean, his calves could
He
come up
wasn't
a little
showing
bit.
quite that amount of detail on his glutes on stage.
You didn't see it?
Not like that.
Yeah, you had to look close, and it was probably the lighting, but he had it
No,
there.
but yeah, but here you're not even having to look close. It's just jumping out
It's
at you.
jumping
What
out
I'm
at
saying is
you.
those glutes were not jumping out. If you go
Yeah.
back to the stage pics,
Yeah.
they didn't jump out as much.
Let me go back to that. Let's see this one right here. He turns around there. I wish there was a way I could zoom in.
It's almost like he may have overfilled a little bit and just had a tad bit of water, just a tad.
That could have that
You see
yeah.
that? You see him?
Oh, let's wait for him to turn around. But I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I see where you're coming
watch
at with
this,
that.
watch this. You sit, but not. Yeah, look at
Yeah,
that. Not
you're
like they
right.
were in a
Not
room,
not like the room. Yeah,
but
yeah.
not bad though. I mean, it's so yeah.
He was the clear winner. He was the clear winner. But yeah, so he probably hadn't even started filling out yet. He just went there. He checked in, weighed in, tan, and and he's in the process of filling out right now. I bet when this was taken. Let's see if it says on there. Oh, that's his coach there. That's a lot to read. Yeah, congratulations to Brett though.
Well, looking here, reading some of it, it says it looks like he was feeling off.
Really? It said it on the
A special culmination of a year of work, most unseen to see, show up and then win in fashion he did last night. Some may know the story and many may not, but Brett had to pull out of the Olympia last year, but his body was not okay. All right, he's talking about last year then. Okay.
yeah, remember he had
Yeah.
something going on last year. I remember that. He pulled out of the Olympia. And he's taken all that time off. I don't remember what it was. It was something with the family or I don't remember what it was. I don't want to say what it was and be wrong, but I do remember that now you bring that up. I believe he got
Okay.
married too in this last year. But yeah. So I mean that's a good move, man. And this one right here is before tan. You could see the stripes in his glutes and his hamstrings and the detail everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean he's shredded. Good shots there. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, an exciting weekend. Two pro shows, last two pro shows, I believe. I don't think there's another pro show.
Okay.
Well, I mean not for, obviously we're done qualifying for this.
Not for this coming up, not for this upcoming Olympia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we got some shows right after the Olympia. And then we start over again. But yeah, so yeah, next week we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about our probably our top five for classic open. We haven't really talked about that yet. I know
There's some
I
throwing some 212. I mean,
yep, we gotta throw in
it's a
212, yeah.
deal. Okay.
Yeah, because I was just actually just watching Keon podcast with Keon earlier, and he's he's reigning champ. So, and I think well, a lot of people think he's gonna hold that, too. But Clarita, we know what Clarita is gonna look like up there. So
It's all going to be about whether he can duplicate that conditioning or actually improve on it.
yeah, yeah.
I mean.
and that's what it is.
That's the deal. He doesn't need to get any bigger, not unless he's eventually
He did get
looking to
bigger
go
though.
open. But I
So
mean,
so
if he
what he was saying is last check-in, he was 198 last year on the Olympia stage.
he
And
was
yeah, he was 198. He didn't look
Keon?
198, but he was 198. That's what he said.
No, he didn't. He did not look 198.
Right? And I
So basically,
remember,
they starved the elephant.
yeah, yeah. Remember, Clarita was around that too, and he was bigger than he was before, so he gained a couple pounds. Keon, he says he's going to be somewhere around 205 on stage this year. So
As long as he brings the conditioning,
yeah, well,
205 or 195, it doesn't matter. I mean, as long as he brings the conditioning.
yeah, yeah. Well, right now, right, and he says he right now at this point he has lower body fat than he was last year at this point. So you know, we'll see what that looks like. I mean, he's got that tiny waist. If his waist hasn't grown,
Right, he's getting Sean on structure.
yeah, yeah, he is, yeah. He's unbeatable for that class. I mean, when it comes to that, as long as he does, and he wasn't even 100% last year, so he was probably in the upper 90s.
I mean, with the structure he has, he could have easily gone the road that Derek Lunsford went down.
Yeah.
Derek, they're roughly about the same height. You
Hmm.
know, I think Keon probably has a little better structure and stuff, but the thing about is can he can he bring that the degree of conditioning that he needs along with that size?
Yeah.
Derek was able to pull it off,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
so, we'll just
That's
have to
true.
see. We'll see what happens.
That's true. Yeah. So he's 210 right now, or around this week. Yeah, he had so the podcast he had done, it was with Dennis James, was within the last couple days, could have been today, but
Okay.
then this last week and he was 210. So he's got a couple more pounds to shed, but he's pretty on point right now. So we'll see what he looks like. We know what Sean
Yes.
Correa is going to look like.
Yeah, yeah. And Sean, that's a given. He's
Yeah.
gonna bring that hard, grainy type, striated freaking conditioning and stuff with
Yep.
great separation.
The
He's
freak
gonna bring
factor.
that, and I think when he's daring Sean to do is, okay, repeat what you did last year.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
because that's easier said than done.
Yeah. It is. It is. It is. Yeah, we'll see, man. 2 weeks away. Next week we're gonna give an update on top five, obviously, and we're gonna go from there, and then we're gonna be on the Olympia. So that's all we got for tonight, you guys. You guys have a good week, and we will see you next week. Like and subscribe. Got any comments? Who do you think? What's your top three? What's your top five? Do you agree that? Do you think Keon's gonna hold the title? Do you think that Derek's gonna hold the title?
I,
You know.
well, yeah, so yeah, I mean, Derek controls his own. He controls his own destiny and stuff. I think it's going to depend on what Hardy and what Sampson brings.
That's right.
But you
Yeah.
definitely have some dark horses out there too. I mean, you can't mark off.
Brandon
Um,
Curry.
yeah, you got Brandon Curry. You got a few others.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough for me. I can already tell you my top four, but five is actually gonna be rough to do for me actually, because there's too many dark horses there. And a lot of them all we can go off of really is what we see in the previous shows this year,
Hmm.
or what they posted on Instagram or social
Hmm.
media. And like Brandon Curry, he's not posting much stuff. Some of those guys, they're not posting, so we don't know. Andrew Jack, he generally doesn't post nothing. You see his
Hmm.
arms, and his arms are massive right now,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
that's really all you see. So other than the Texas Pro that we've seen him at, so all we can do is speculate at this point.
Yeah.
That's the part. That's the fun of it, though. All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks for watching.